All right. Very unfortunate, upsetting day today. I have to reset my account again. So what happened was my setup. Okay, so what I thought for the day originally was that we're gonna be in an uptrend. I had bullish buys for the day, which still may play out, right? Obviously we're green. But what happened was, as I thought, because we filled the imbalance. Now maybe, and I think we even hit equilibrium on, not on the daily, but on the 4 hour. Yeah, we hit equilibrium on the 4 hour. So I was thinking, boom, I'm gonna go bullish after that. And so my setup was fine, okay? You know, I think we had 15 we had a liquidity sweep, 15-minute breaker structure, retracement into a 5-minute order block, and then 1-minute breaker structure off of that. Okay. And I entered, and my first take profit was these highs right here, which ended up getting hit. And instead of just taking the profit, or I took profit on that one, but I took 5 contracts today. I over risked. I risked $1,000, which it's too much, but that's not really the main problem from today. The main problem was that I did not move my stop to break even after that. And also, though, that was just barely any profit off of one contract on that little move. I had take profits up here, all the way up here, right? Eventually. But off that little move up, right, my first take profit hit. My second take profit almost hit. But from now on, I'm making a new rule that also, really quickly, okay, I'm making a new rule that, really quick, I'll say this, that the first take profit will be at least 40% of my total position size. So if I trade 5 contracts, that's going to be 2. If I trade 2 contracts, that's 1. If I trade 4, that's going to be 2 contracts. At my first take profit, and then I can go 3 and 4, or I can go 4. That can just be my choice. But 2 contracts at your first take profit, which has to be at least a 1-to-1 risk reward. And yeah, or at least okay. And then also I did lose $300 overnight because I ended up taking that trade, and now I know. I'm happy I did that because now I know never to trade overnight. We had my setup happen. The setup was fine, except it's just overnight. It just doesn't work overnight. So it's fine. We're not trading overnight again. But I only lost $300 that. And you might be wondering, like, okay, you put your stop to break even, whatever. You got stopped out. You still shouldn't. Yeah, because guess what? After that, I revenge traded, full ported my account into the short, and I blew it. It's honestly embarrassing. But I'm gonna admit it, and I'm gonna grow from it. And I hope this never happens again. And this, I've spent, $50 resetting my account every time. So at this point, I'm like, dude, stop. All right, you're spending lots of money on resetting your account. So I'm going to make sure only risking $200. If I risk $200, hold up. So I took the trade off of, I think, right there. Okay. Today, if I risk $200, my stop would be 44 points below. By the way, I would have never even got stopped out. Oh my gosh, dude. I still went out. Well, I should have moved it to break even. That's where I messed up. I didn't move it to break even because I only sold one, and I was like, okay, maybe we'll go down a little into equilibrium and then go back up. No. I gotta just put it at 2, move to break even. That's fine, because then I would still make like $500 even off of 2. on that 100-point move. Or like $400, $300, whatever. But let's say I did do this. My first take profit is, dude, I can't. See, then I would never get hit though. That's the problem. I'm trying to figure this out. I guess then I would enter off of, if I enter off of bottom of that. Yeah, this is like how I would do it really. Targeting these highs first. Well, I need at least a 1-to-1 risk reward, so I would probably just move my stop higher. To maybe I'm trying to think. You know, I would have gotten stopped out then at that point. It's a terrible risk reward. That's the problem. But let's say I entered off with the 1 minute into this fair value gap. That's where I entered off of, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay, 1 minute break of structure, boom. I entered there. Say I did enter there, or and then I target at least a 1-to-1. Okay, there. I just have to target at least a 1-to-1 on my first take profit. So if I get stopped out, that's fine. Now, and then after that, if I sell 2, I move this to break even. I still have 3 left in the tank. I target here for, why is it only 19? Holy cow, I'm stupid. I am so stupid. I was on ES. Okay. This makes more sense. It's still the same concept. But okay. Yes, this looks more familiar. So I entered off there. 5-minute structure. Retracement into, I believe I went off of equilibrium, maybe, no. Oh, this fair value gap right here. That's what I entered off of. On the 1 minute. Okay. Boom, that looks a lot better. There we go. Stop below the sweep, targeting these highs first. That looks better. Gosh, all right. And then, yeah, that makes more sense. Boom, okay. Makes me feel a lot better. I was like questioning my whole strategy for a second. Okay. Boom, take TP1 gets hit. 2 shares down, move it to break even. At this point, I would be up $400, okay? Second take profit doesn't get hit. We get broke even. Perfect, that's fine. We're up $400. Still would have been about break even after that for the day. I would have recovered my loss this morning and maybe even made a little bit. No, I would have for sure made a little bit. I would have made like $100-200 today. Like $500 out of just that trade. And had my freaking other take profits, so much were way over here, 300-point move. I mean, even off one share, that's a freaking one contract. I mean, that would be $600. So it's going forward. I just gotta stick with it. I'm only risking $200 a day, no matter what, no matter if I lose, because therefore, if I risk $200, I'm doing this for confidence right here. If I risk $200, okay, that would mean two contracts. That would only mean one contract. But I want to do at least two. So how would I have taken this? If I want to do at least two, it's gotta be. Wait, 100? No. I'm risking $400 because, guys, I can easily get stopped out otherwise. So, $400 max, 100-point move, two contracts, right? And then I sell one contract here for, that would have been $200 off one contract, right? Because it was a 100-point move. And then next one probably would have been a lot higher. I want to get at least, if I'm losing two contracts, I want at least a 2 risk reward. So let's say I targeted this high right here, up there, for a 2.2 risk reward. 200, 400. Yeah, I would have made $600 off that trade, off just risking $400. So, and let's say I had 4 contracts with a setup, give me a 50-point stop loss, 4 contracts. Guess what? That would have been $1,200. Or I would have had even more if I had higher ones. So, $400 risk will leave me with 5 losing days in a row in order to blow the account. And if I get 5 losing days in a row, that tells me if I have perfect discipline and I've learned everything I've learned so far, that will tell me I'm not ready. I need to fix my strategy. So, going forward, that's what I'm going to do. I should have the confidence. My strategy has not failed me technically. Like, I would have been up today if I listened to it. My take profit one hit, right? My take profit one did hit. All right, yes, my other ones didn't, but that's fine. My take profit one hit. I should have, but again, at least 40% of my contracts. If we're trading 2 contracts, then fine. We'll go with 1, okay? And that's fine. $200 fine. It's better than a loss, you know? So that's going forward from today. As for tomorrow, again, I want to de-risk tomorrow because I'm on the new one. And also, like, price is just iffy. Like, I'm not 100% sure where we're going to be tomorrow. We're kind of, I mean, if we're green, honestly, if we're green today, if we end the day green, I think we're still bullish because, again, we hit 4-hour equilibrium. If we end the day red, though, then I do believe we're going to keep going down towards daily EQ. Right, we might go down towards daily EQ. But we did fill this imbalance, so my bias will be bullish tomorrow, unless we get, like, I also learned with SMT divergences, so unless we get something like that with a huge liquidity sweep, you know, my setup seems it, then I'll de-risk bearish. I'll tell you what, I'm only gonna take 1 contract for bearish, and then just because I'm thinking bullish, and then I'll take, depending on my stop, I'm only gonna risk 400 bullish, and then I'll risk $200 bearish. And that's the plan for tomorrow. And also, yeah, that's basically it. All right, so lessons learned today. Number 1, don't trade overnight. Number 2, sell at least 40% of your positions. I'll take profit 1. Number 3, move stop loss to break even after that, no matter what. Okay, and make sure you adjust the share size, also the contract size. I think I can actually do that in the risk settings, so I'll see if I can set that up. But it's basically today. Also, don't force a trade. I didn't force a trade today, really. I had my setup. Setup was fine. Setup was fine yesterday. I wouldn't even take a trade yesterday if I listened to it, but I forced a trade yesterday. So, not doing that again. See you tomorrow.